Wait, what are your plans to do? We will absorb all the Rimmers. And then what?
Well, that's an
I haven't
interesting.
really thought about it.
Well, that's a
Haven't
good.
you got a? Have you made a list?
Well, that's a good enough intro to a video if ever there was one.
Indeed.
I'm here with Sam. I don't know if anyone can hear me. Sam, can you see and hear me?
I can't see anything yet. Hold on. There we go. Here we go. There we go. I can. Well, there was something, and now it's gone. Fucking Twitch. Okay, there we go.
So you're watching the stream now.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I can see things now.
Okay. If you can see clearly now, the rain has gone. These are
I
the...
can see all obstacles in my way.
Yes. Yes. Now that bit of annoying banter is out of the way, trooper, smuggler, consular, or knight?
Hold on. Now it's disappeared again. Okay, yeah, there's nothing there. There's nothing there now. Okay, now it's on.
Okay, I certainly hope this stays that way. Let me just see if I can get onto my channel myself.
Okay.
Sorry.
If I die.
Okay, I'm able to see it.
Okay, now it's on. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble on my end from the looks of it.
Alright. Okay, so which of these four are you least likely to play as? A trooper, a smuggler, or one of the Jedi?
I'd go with the smuggler, mainly because it's not a class I'd choose myself.
Fair enough. Alright. Gunslinger, scoundrel, mercenary, power tech, vanguard, commando, operative, or sniper.
No, operative doesn't sound like something I'd go with.
No, probably not.
Everything else is something I'd probably try.
Alright. Okay, species. I think we'll just keep it conventional.
Human, sir.
That's good enough. Now, what hilarious name are we going to give him?
Well, lately we've obviously been doing confectionery.
Yes. The last one, my trooper goes by the name Kipling Skakes.
Ah, that's actually pretty good.
Yes, came up with that myself. If Seb were here, he'd probably, and I was doing a Jedi, he would probably ask me to call him Beta.
Of course he would.
You get the joke behind that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes.
Let's see, well... Is it bad I can't think of anything right now?
Everyone has off days.
I
I think we'll go for red hair. Though we're not going to have that ponytail.
For the last time, cut off those sideburns.
That's better.
The last time I said trim those sideburns.
Right. Can we think of any, I don't want to say Calvin Klein, it's too Back to the Future.
Very much so.
Yes. Confectionaries. I only really know Mr. Kipling off the top of my head.
There's Dairy Milk, Cadbury's. We've got Walker's Nestle.
Suppose we could go for Crisp Walker.
Chris Walker. I guess.
Okay, on with the smuggler's storyline. The music is turned off, so no copyright.
Everyone here is now an enemy of the Republic.
This is the planet Ord Mantell. That fellow with the tattoo is going to be our best friend. A guy who would never even dream of ever letting us down. At all. Ever.
That's gonna come back to bite us.
Why would it come back to bite us, Sam? Look at him, he's perfectly trustworthy.
I don't trust anyone with a tattoo on their face. Look at Mike Tyson.
I would, but I'm streaming at the moment. I suppose I could get his picture up on my phone. Nah, can't be bothered.
Can't believe you made it to that separatist shooting gallery, Captain. Your ship isn't even scratched. Takes guts landing in the middle of a battlefield. Nice flying.
I owe it all to my lightning reflexes and crackerjack timing.
Clearly had a lot of practice getting shot at.
His concern for our safety is most touching, don't you think?
I still don't
Scott,
trust him.
I'm picking up those blasters in your cargo hold. Excuse the rush, but need to get out of here quick. This village used to be safe, but the separatists are taking over. If I were you, I'd hold jets as soon as we're done.
Who are these people? What are they after?
Separatists want to break away from the Republic. Judging from all the explosions, they're serious about the idea.
I put that in there for context.
Sounds like the bombing's getting closer. The Separatists will be right on top of us any minute. Here's your payment for making this run, Captain. As soon as I have those blasters, you'll be free to fly.
Skavik, we've got a big problem. Separatists took over the local air defense cannon.
Oh, slow down, Corso. What are you talking about?
They deployed some kind of remote control stations, hijacked the cannon's targeting computer. Damn Separatists just destroyed an incoming Republic transport.
What's the big deal?
Don't you get it? The Separatists can attack any starship coming in or out of here. With those remote control stations, the Separatists can override the air defense cannon's computer, turn that firepower against us anytime they want.
It's bad news, Captain. The Separatists will blast you out of the sky even if you think about taking off.
The Separatists have remote control stations all over the area. You'll probably have to hit several before they lose control of that cannon.
If I die, I want to be buried with my ship.
Good luck. Hope we see you again.
Let's move, Corso. We're running out of time.
Chris Walker is passionate about his vessel. Absolutely nothing can be allowed to happen to it. Tutorials, already know everything, so... Right, we are now playing as an operative smuggler.
Let's hope not to run into Jabba the Hutt.
Oh no, this is way before his time. This is set 300 years after KOTOR.
Ah. "54 things in the mail, I'll look at those later."
Stand by a tick. HQ, this is forward recon. Do you copy? HQ! Blast. Thought I had him. You look like you know your way around a blaster. Want to be a hero?
A hero? Depends
What's a
on
hero
the
make these days?
More than me, citizen. That sounds fair, then listen up. A crack separatist militia has taken over this village. So we're not talking dumb grunts and farmers. They've got experts in there with serious jamming equipment.
I suggest you start yelling really loud.
Look, I got a job that needs doing and I need help doing it. My mission is to deliver recon on this village, but I can't report anything through this interference. I need those separatist jammers neutralized. So if you're headed into the village anyway, maybe you can handle it for us. If you waste those separatist jammers, report back here. I'll see if I can requisition some equipment you could use.
Okay. Chris Walker is a guy who Chris Walker is a guy who will work for money. As a smuggler, he operates on the frontier, makes a living out of not fighting other people's battles.
Now that's someone you can respect.
Well, works for Han Solo. Little something I think people seem to forget about Han Solo when they were making the sequels. Watch this. I just knifed him. Yes, I know, those guys just came out of nowhere. Not much you can do about it.
Well, that's fine, that's fine.
Hi guys. Times like this I'm not entirely sure what weapon I'm using here. I mean, it's a blaster rifle, but that was clearly a shotgun blast. Boring conversation anyway, I suppose.
Captain, you there? It's Corso. We got trouble back at the hangar.
Is there a reason you're whining to me about it?
You got it, Blaster. Figure it out. Separatists are busting into the hangar. We're giving them a warm welcome, but we could use a hand. Skavik, get over here. Help me seal this hangar door. Skavik, what are you...
I do hope Skarvik's okay. He's going to be our lifelong ally in this.
Oh.
He's going to be okay, right?
I mean, I want to say yes, but...
Well, I better get
Glad
that.
you made it back
Better
in one
get this
piece.
business
Me
finished
and my
soon.
squad owe you one. Thanks to you, we're cutting through the Separatist interference. Be reporting back to base in no time. Here, a little something from our private stock. Watch your hide out there, hero.
Okay, I have a pair of gloves and a pair of shoes. Lucky me. Okay, now on to business. I have to save Skavik and Corso, I guess.
Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
I right click on that, that's supposed to mean skip, so I don't know why it brings it up anyway.
Feels like a Gundark used my skull as a drum. Thanks for saving my hide, Captain.
Where's Skavik?
Skavik helped those Separatists get in here.
What?
He stabbed us in the back.
Damn it, I knew that was going to happen! Oh no. Sam, he's taking my ship.
No!
That scum stole my ship!
He took all the weapons, too.
Not our ship.
He and the Separatists must have been
We
planning
keep
this all
our
along.
things in there.
Hang on.
I keep my stealth
Where's
field
Torture?
generator in there.
I don't believe this. Skavik stole my blaster.
Yeah, we kinda need that shit for blackmail.
Magnetomic adhesion grip and side-mounted rangefinder. She's too good for Skavik.
I'm surprised Skavik didn't steal the whole hangar.
You probably own the hangar.
He's not getting away with this. Come on. Come on, pick up, blast you.
What's the point? You're gonna ask him to come back?
Oh, what's the matter?
Most
Did I
likely.
hurt your feelings? Be thankful you're alive, kid.
You realize you're a dead man, right?
Better men than you have tried, so forgive me for not trembling. On behalf of Ord Mantell's glorious freedom fighters, I thank you for your blasters, your ship, and a big laugh. Have a nice day.
I think you're celebrating a little early.
It's no use. He cut the comm channel. He always was good at making an exit. Skavik stole my best blaster, but I guess it's not as bad as losing a whole starship. I feel for you, Captain. Listen, Skavik and I were working for a guy named Vidu. When he finds out Skavik's a separatist, he'll want revenge just like you. Do yourself a favor and go talk to Vidu in Fort Garnick. I guarantee he'll help get your ship back.
Who exactly is this mysterious boss of yours? How can he help?
Vidu is the king of cargo. There isn't a payload that comes to Ord Mantell that doesn't pass through him. Vidu's a smart guy with connections everywhere. If anybody can find your ship, it's him. I have to lock down this hangar, but I'll send Vidu a holo and tell him what's up. Fort Garnick isn't far from here. I'll see you and Vidu there soon, Captain.
Fine. Hey, at least I got a new blaster rifle.
Now I have a blaster. Ho ho ho.
I shall use it for blasting.
Stand by for examination and suggested product. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Now, just because I can't be bothered to walk everywhere,
Daddy, the baby spider and the red so cute. Baby spider so cute.
figures.
You saw a spider.
Baby spider is on the roof, on the ceiling in the kitchen,
Okay.
and she is upset because I had to leave it to come up.
Oh, if I were there, I'd get
I'm
rid
glad.
of it.
Well, I'm glad you left it where it is. Daddy doesn't like spiders.
No, but it's not gone right now. But it might move to a different part of the house, so we're not going to worry,
Private
okay?
Westner, 31st Recon out of
It's
Fort
in the
Garnick.
house
Watch your
and
head
it
out
will
there.
be fine.
Separatists deployed snipers in the area last week.
Yeah.
Good snipers. Plenty of casualties between here and Fort Garnick. Those Seps will shoot at anything.
Oh dear.
If you're still alive, I'll be fine.
The Republic doesn't train idiots. I got a good head, and I plan to keep it. Sniper targets aren't so lucky. Civilians in particular. The refugees from all the war-torn settlements. They pass through on their way to the refugee camp outside Fort Garnick. Boom. Sniper bait.
Skip to the part where I care.
This grunt likes to know when innocent people are dying nearby. Thought you might like to know too. Fort Garnick wants those snipers retired ASAP. Commander Frey even offered a week's pay to anyone who makes it happen.
Wow, for that kind of money, I will absolutely, definitely think about it.
Sounds fair to me, sir. If you take out the snipers, report to Commander Frey at the refugee camp outside Fort Garnick. Good hunting.
That line always made me laugh. For that kind of money, I'll definitely consider thinking about it. This doesn't seem climbable, no matter how climbable it looks. Normally I don't like other people being in the same instance as me because they seem to get in my way a bit, but I'm not going to change an instance at this point.
Dues.
It's not so bad. I mean, I feel like a serial killer with this knife.
I'll cut you.
Oh, fragmentation grenade. Grenade! If I left click on it, will it go? Will it stop coming up?
Don't move or we'll shoot. Go ahead. Bang!
Stand still and we'll shoot you. Don't you mean if? Don't you mean don't move or we'll shoot you? We know what we said.
Don't move or we'll shoot. Go right ahead. Bang, bang, padow, padow, padow. Bang.
Thank you.
Oh no, you got me. Hey, stop making fun of our invisible guns. Bang. Jerry, stop it.
It did seem a bit childish, the 4Kids version, when they weren't going to use guns.
I know, that's why I love little Karibo's version.
Yes. I'm surprised at no point did anyone say, "Stop pointing at me! It's very rude!" Okay.
Bang. Larry, stop it.
Okay.
I'm the goddamn Kyber man.
Okay, so
Ooh, Kyber boy.
so here we are in Vidu's place. Let's see what this
Welcome,
wise man
Captain.
has to say.
I'm Vidu. Corso told me we've had a rough day. How about a drink to wash away our worries? Here's a toast to my favorite things. The best collection of artworks and exotic beverages in the whole system. And here's to the stupid separatists who destroyed it all. Between them and that backstabber Skavek, I am thoroughly ruined.
So he's a bit of a
Blaster
drunk.
Skavek stole in your ship belonged to Rogan the Butcher. As employers go,
It
he's
happens.
not the most forgiving.
Should I be terrified just because he calls himself the Butcher?
He's killed enough people to fill a convoy of bulk freighters, and now we've crossed him.
Huh,
Rogan
I've
bought
killed
those
enough people to
blasters
kill
protect his
2
prison from
convoys of bulk
separatists. When he
freighters.
finds out what's happened, guess who dies first? The only way we're getting out of this alive is finding Skavek, your ship, and those stolen blasters.
Well, I'm all for finding
I've got
my
an
ship.
idea of where to start looking for Skavek. There's a guy named Reiki who's an expert on separatists. Problem is, Reiki's stuck behind a Republic blockade. Troops have his village surrounded while they contain the separatists there.
There must be somebody else with knowledge of the Separatists.
Reiki's the only person I trust to give us solid information. I'm friendly with the Republic commander in charge of the blockade. I can get you in and out of the village. But you'll have to earn that free pass by taking out a few separatists to prove your loyalty. You up for that?
I won't shoot anybody unless they attack me first.
I don't think that's going to be a problem with the separatists.
Oh, and
Reiki's village is
Simpson,
running out of
you
basic
have
supplies thanks to the
24
Republic
hours
blockade.
to find
Things
the
are getting
Jade
desperate
Monkey.
I'll pull together a survival kit.
You must find
Well,
the
we
Jade
found the
Monkey
Jade
And he'll tell you a way to find
You must
Skavek.
find the
Reiki's
Jade
at a hideout
Monkey
in Talaran
before the
Village.
next
I'll send a
full
message
moon.
so he knows you're coming.
Actually, sir, we found the Jade Monkey. It was in your glove compartment. And the rude Meps and Ice Creepers? They were in there too, sir. Excellent.
Excellent.
It's all falling into place. I like the way he says that. It's so ominous.
Yeah. Again, Mr. Burns is really inconsistent, though, when he's written. His age, along with various things, is just very inconsistent.
Yes. Still, though, the
Well,
top...
he
Still,
claims to be 81, yet he's old enough to have been ancient at a time when people were carving things into wood fixtures.
Then there was that one episode where he was named Springfield's oldest man, and he doesn't have a speech prepared because the one who was actually Springfield's oldest man had just died.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't have a speech prepared, but abracadabra! And he takes his speech. Abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
I wonder if I can take the taxi system to where I need to go.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think not. That angers me greatly. And I don't have the skill to use an optional vehicle, so I guess we're on foot. Sorry about that. Plus side though, you get to see the scenery.
Release the cowcatcher.
Release the robot Richard Nixon. No, Richard Simmons.
It was Richard Simmons.
Yes, Simmons. I like what Mr. Burns said before that though. I suggest you leave immediately. It wasn't funny, but it was scary.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of Ord Mantell? You like the place?
It's alright. I am getting a lot of Mass Effect vibes, but it kind of makes sense considering.
Yes, made by BioWare.
Yep. Well, back when BioWare was still worth a damn.
Yes. Well,
The problem is that the people who made the Old Republic stuff and the first few, the first few games actually kind of, they're gone now.
unfortunately.
But they went after Mass Effect Part 2.
Got him in what? I've got 2 in 1 with that fragmentation grenade.
Nice. I saw something on YouTube. Someone actually got all the McBain clips and tried to make them into one movie.
I've seen that many times. It's quite clever.
It is.
Mendoza!
Radio Wolfcast. At this precinct, we go by the book.
By book. Nice to see you. McBain! Any other business? Only your deaths. I know I said I'd only kill people who were attacking me, but that was a lie. Truth of the matter is, I don't like separatists in this game.
You're certainly not a resident here, and you're
You know what? That's fair enough.
You must be
They
that
don't see the full weight of the problem. They remind me of some other people who can't seem to do that in the real world.
If I wasn't so exhausted.
Now, let's not.
How about a little something extra for all my hard work?
Fine,
Let's not make this a
I'll
thing.
argue with you.
No,
I'll
I
arrange for some
won't.
credits to be transferred into your account. Vidu said you're seeking information on a particular separatist named Skavak. The only place to find personnel data like that is at Manet Point. I used to acquire quality goods at a discount on Manet Point. I discovered all manner of shortcuts through the island's warehouses. I kept detailed schematics of every maintenance passage and tunnel there. Unfortunately, I had to abandon those schematics when I fled Manet Point.
Lost schematics aren't exactly helpful, pal.
I never said they were lost. I'm sure they're right where I left them. My schematics are still in my former home. However, I short-circuited the building's door and sealed it shut when I left.
Well,
The
that
only
was
way to reopen
clever.
the door is by disrupting Man-at Point's power relays. Once you gain entry, you'll find my schematics cleverly disguised as an
I
extraordinarily
can't
tedious treatise
avenge
on
my
Gridlock.
friend with this pea
Don't worry,
shooter.
I'll teach you the code I use to conceal my schematics.
I
You
don't
won't
want to
die of
hear it,
boredom reading
McBain.
about rare
That
wildfire.
cannon of yours is against
Now, pay
regulations.
attention and
In
listen
this
carefully,
department, we do
because
things
you
by the
really don't
book.
want to hear this twice.
By book.
And replace every mention of the Mantelian Flutterplume with the number 3. Did you get all that?
Don't treat me like an idiot unless you want a face full of blaster.
Apologies, Captain. We're simply trying to spare you the agony of running all the way back here for another go. Once you read my schematics, the way into the Separatist computer station will become clear. Unfortunately, that only solves half your problems. The Separatists encrypt all their files. You'll need special equipment to decipher their data. That's Vidu's area of expertise, not mine. I'll take those supplies now, if you don't mind. These poor ladies could use some cheering up.
This party is all yours.
Indeed it is. Life here may be perilous, but it has its benefits. Enjoy your bonus with my compliments. It should arrive in your account shortly. Farewell, Captain.
Okay, these War Widows weren't in that cutscene there. So there's some context missing from that. I don't know if you got it.
Not entirely.
Okay, well here's the thing. These women have all lost their husbands in the war against the Separatists, and Riki here is, quote, keeping them company, end quote.
Ah.
Four in one with a fragmentation grenade.
Nice.
Yes, that was a graphics error on the game's part. It's very disappointing when that happens. If I was doing a machinima of this, I would escape and repeat that cutscene to make sure they were all in it.
I'm sure you would.
I promise you that does not always happen.
Look, I believe you.
I send a message out to Wally. I suspect he's not joining us. It's just
I suppose he isn't.
It's just as well, really. I think he wanted to play the smuggler's storyline, so we'd be spoiling it for him if he was to come in right now.
That is true.
You're being naive. Things will go right back to the way they were.
Now that we're getting this kind of attention from the core worlds, they're bound to clean house.
The troops aren't here to fight government corruption. They're here to fight the Separatists. Period.
I don't think you're giving them enough credit.
You're living in a dream world.
In this kind of situation, I believe in the skeptical guy. In fact, in any situation, I think I believe with the skeptical guy.
Hey, go, do what you gotta do.
Captain Vidu's expecting. It's a pleasure to meet you in person. I'm Cyrena.
What's a knockout like you doing in this dump?
I'm here to enhance the aesthetics of Vidu's surroundings. He enjoys looking at pretty things while he works. I heard about what happened with Skavik. Can't say I'm surprised. I told Vidu not to trust that scoundrel. Vidu's putting on a brave face for me, but I can tell he's terrified. Is it bad? Should I be worried?
Actually, things are looking up.
That's good to hear. I hope you'll let me know if that changes. I suppose I shouldn't keep you any longer. Vidu might get the wrong idea about us.
I better get moving.
Farewell, Captain.
What do you think? Something to pursue, perhaps? I mean, you've played Mass Effect, so you probably know this sort of thing.
Like already, Captain. Help me in course.
To a degree.
No mistake. Don't let this fine cut of meat go to waste.
Boss, quit acting like it's your last meal. Rogan the Butcher isn't gonna kill you.
He might.
Good to see you again, Corso.
Likewise. Looking forward to working together, Captain.
I hear things went well for
I mean, it depends on... I mean, the annoying thing with Mass Effect is that you have to decide automatically on whether or not you're going for the whole... You know,
Always wondered how Ricky could steal so much from
whether
Manor Point
you're
and not
going
get caught.
for that whole Paragon or Renegade thing.
You have to swim there.
When the Separatists invaded, they blew up the only bridge leading onto the island. Turned it into their private resort.
You'll be walking into the Ranker's Den, Captain.
Hello. Down.
I'll do it blindfolded, just for fun.
Don't get cocky. That place is crawling with people who'd like
It's
to
a bad
blast
cat.
that grin off your face. If you download the Separatist computer files onto this datapad and bring it back here, we'll handle the rest.
I'd rather go with you, Captain. My Viroblade's pretty good for chopping Separatists off at the knees. I call it Huey.
Forget
He
about
has
the
a
Separatists
vibroblade
also.
called
I want that slicer
Huey.
kit here before the captain comes back.
No, I gotta get...
I'm on it, boss.
Oh.
Good luck at Man at Point, Captain.
Last thing I need
Can't
is
fault him for trying.
Army out there. Kid'll just get himself killed for nothing. Separatists wiped out his family a couple of years ago. Corso took it personal.
How did Corso wind up working for you?
He started as warehouse labor, but he took to fighting like a Phyraxan shark to water.
Vidu, there's someone named Rogan calling on the Holo. He sounds upset.
Shoot.
Oh, that's all I need. Stall him for me, sweetheart. Remember the plan. Disrupt Man-at Point's power relays, get inside Reiki's old home, and use those schematics to enter the Separatist base. When you're in, slice into the Separatist computer and download everything onto my datapad. Good luck.
Okay, so Rogan's calling Vidu. That's bad.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, Rogan's a crime boss, one of the most feared crime bosses in this part of the space. For a guy like me, who's just on the frontier, no great superpowers backing him up, a crime boss is very much bad news.
Well then, we better do what we can to, you know, not get involved.
Yes, it gets hard with that when you get backstabbers like Skavok who take your cargo and distribute it off to someone else's enemies, like the Separatists, which will probably get me marked as an associate.
Little bugger.
So yes, in addition to Rogan the Butcher, I may have the Republic come after me. And we can't have that, now can we?
We cannot.
As Steve Hoderick said in Kung Pao, I don't like that kind of thing. I wonder what this woman's doing.
Listen, if you're here to tell me to clear out, then I'll tell you the same thing I told that uptight commander. Not going to happen. Got it? I've got as much right as you do to be here. In fact, I've got more. I'm a model of free speech, a paragon for posterity.
And suddenly taking that has just made me think you shouldn't have any rights at all.
No good to anybody. So don't go telling me to clear out. I won't do it, and that's that.
Had some trouble with the local troops?
Are you trying to smooth talk me, gunslinger? Con me? Trying to play good soldier and... Oh, damn, you're not actually with the locals, are you? Sorry about that. My mouth always engages first. Brain's working now, though, and I got an idea.
Really?
I need something done, and I don't have enough credits to bribe the whole corrupt Ord Mantell army. I've got enough to bribe a smaller army, though. You for hire?
I could always use more credits.
Fantastic. Good to see someone with the complete lack of scruples needed to protect justice and freedom in the Republic. My partner and I were in Man-at Point recording stories of the uprising when the Separatists attacked. Bombs everywhere, carnage like you wouldn't believe. Fabulous footage. My partner got lost, a good kid, but not a lot upstairs, you know. He's still out on that island somewhere.
I'm not promising anything, but I'll do what I can.
I don't care, just get it done. A girl who waits for other people to keep their promises is a girl who dies alone. Look, if you can find my partner and bring him back,
Is
great.
that true?
His name is Wax, and he's a self-important little holo recording specialist. If he's dead or whatever, I'll still pay you for the holodiscs if you can find them. Great footage on there, fantastic, gory stuff.
Goodbye, crazy woman.
Bring me those discs.
Yes, crazy woman. If she represents the Republic interest, then this could put me in some good faith with them. Excuse me, could I just murder you, please? So how are you liking the game so far, Sam?
Not bad.
Yeah, sorry I can't make it more exciting with the music, but
It's okay, it's okay.
In fairness, the music does get a bit repetitive from time to time. I mean, the number of times I've heard the Rancor fight music in this game. I mean, I suppose they were running short on ideas of what can be expressive of a truly perilous situation. I wonder how long this is going to take to reset. Not long at all.
Oh, how about that?
Depends on the object, most really. What do you suppose this has in common with Mass Effect, based on what
The pool window, the conversation bar things specifically.
I mean, speaking as someone who hasn't played it, I was curious.
It's hard to say.
Chris Walker, I told you to die. And you are still alive. You will pay for this defiance with your lives. Honestly, some people are so rude, aren't they? You tell them to die and they keep on living. Another thing they've done since the expansion, they've made it so the operative can't go into a crouch anymore. They used to be able to do that. I suppose they've sacrificed that for mobility. Now let's find his bird watching thing. Here it is.
I became starship captain so I wouldn't have to do homework.
This bit I remember I quite liked from the smuggler's storyline. You've got this hidden door here. Hi guys! Yeah, in the old game I could hide behind this rock here. Now I feel like I'm standing up and getting shot at like an idiot. This guy's got a fully automatic weapon. If I wasn't in cover, I'd probably be dead in real life now.
Yeah.
Target down. Okay, I now have two new abilities, one of which is a healing ability, the other is a corrosive dart.
Nice.
Corrosive dart away. Sort of reminds me of Cosmic Rust, don't you think?
Indeed.
See how it slowly killed him and how I got to do nothing?
Well, Cosmic Rust did take a little while.
Well, I think that was more Megatron's fault. I mean, he wanted to bring the Autobots down slowly because he wanted them to suffer.
Yes.
Not one of his brightest moves.
Granted, really wasn't.
Rust in peace, Separatist Protector. I will admit that was a good one-liner on Megatron's part. Rust in peace, Prime. That got their attention. I believe that's why they call it a corrosive dart in this game, because poison would be ineffective against robots.
Can't argue with the logic.
It's over, Separatists! I have the high ground!
That is not the high ground way.
Come on, Forsen, say it just like I taught you.
The Republic lackeys will drown in lakes of fire and blood, Master. Death to all who oppose the people's will, Master.
Hey there, we had some trouble with the power relays. I need to check on the computer core, you mind?
I do.
Master, I detect the presence of several non-functioning humans, specifically the bodies over there. Setting alert status red.
Specifically, the bodies over there.
This is about to get real ugly for you.
I could probably have tried negotiating.
Forsen, open fire!
Combat protocols activated.
You're going Sith here.
I could have negotiated, I just chose not to. Similar thing happened during my last stream with Ollie. He actually wanted me to spare everyone's lives, everyone in the room's lives. He told me that Kipling Cakes is a merciful individual. My reply to that was, well, fortunately, Ollie, I'm the one who's playing this and not you. And then I massacred them. Don't blindside me, guys! Now I gotta find this guy Wax. Get this woman her story. What do you think I'll find when I get in there?
Corpses.
Well, I haven't found any so far. Nope, I stand corrected. There's one. There's two. So here's our friend Wax.
Getting my light. The lighting is essential to selling the message of urgency, you know?
You're coming with me, Recorder Boy.
Come with... No.
Yes.
You're from the Republic, aren't you? Come to kill me for my noble work. Well, you're not going to succeed. There's no way I'm giving up my footage of the glorious uprising. Amala may be willing to hide the Republic's warmongering, but I'm not. I'm with the Separatists now.
Why join the Separatists?
The Separatists are patriots, struggling against incredible hardship.
It's war. Everyone's struggling with incredible hardships.
And their families. So you go back to Lamala and tell her she can find another patsy to do her work. I've seen the light.
I don't think so.
Give me those holodiscs, or I'll make you give me those holodiscs.
What? I don't even have a weapon. I'm just a journalist.
You should have thought about that before you decided to join a terrorist group.
There's just one little problem. The Separatist propaganda officers already have them. You want those discs, you best get them before they distribute them so everyone can see.
Thanks for the help, really. What a pillock. You can't really say if you're telling the truth if you know you've dealt out propaganda. Got what I came for. Do you enjoy the gameplay, Sam?
It's reminding me a bit of Mass Effect. To be honest, you did play Mass Effect, you do strike me as the person who would go Renegade.
Well, I did just walk over a corpse and loot it. I mean, it's not like these guys need it. I like how his blade sticks in his gut and just stands there, don't you?
I mean, when it comes to Paragon and Renegade, the only real difference between the two is that obviously in the earlier games it gets you everything you want quicker, but in the later games the consequences come back to bite you. Basically, Renegade is what happens if you keep doing Renegade stuff in Mass Effect, when it comes to the third game you won't have enough resources or people to fight off the Reaper invasion. Well, see, I have a few problems with Mass Effect's long-running story when it comes to the Reapers.
Oh, yeah?
Basically, the idea is that humans are the lowest ranked species in the known galaxy at this point in terms of space-worthy ones, so you're treated with a little bit of racism.
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to being the lowliest form
But
of
the
life.
thing is, again, that as a Paragon, your ship is actually becomes a multicultural one because you get the people, your teammates basically become they all have their reasons for joining you, like Garrus, who is Liz's favourite, he joins because he's actually part of the Citadel, police force.
I can't wait to see the footage.
But he's sick of the red tape and them not letting him do what he needs to do.
Turns out he joined the Separatists.
So he joins up with you. And what's happened is that one of the space government, for lack of a better term, has a secret black ops group thing called the Spectres. They're like individual secret agents, basically, that can do whatever they want with diplomatic immunity.
It's been grand. Really.
One of them's gone rogue, and apparently the council don't take kindly when you say, look, this guy went rogue, he did some shit and caused a lot of problems. So you've got to prove it. Then when the Reapers become a thing, at the end of the first game, a Reaper invades and you've got to take it down. And throughout all of the game, people have been saying the Reapers aren't real. They're made up, they're just a story told to scare people. Then one attacks the Citadel. You defeat it, and you make it clear that was just the first one. More of them are coming, and by the second game, they act as if it never happened.
Return to your post. Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Like, you turn up and go, excuse me, they are coming, and like there's a human supremacist group. They're basically, the third game basically made them like weird Nazis. Because they're all about human supremacy over all other races.
Yes.
However, in the second game, they're the only ones who seem to understand that the Reapers are a threat. And basically, it's a whole, you go back to the Citadel and stuff, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to help you. We can't really help you because, quite frankly, we have no proof that the Reapers exist. And then you make the obvious thing that there's a giant fucking Reaper corpse literally on the Citadel. Oh, that could have been a Geth construction or something. The Geth are basically like robot people. And again, it could have been one of their things. Sorry, we've got no proof. By the third game, you're being put on trial for war crimes at the beginning, and then the Reapers start invading the universe.
As you do.
Basically, the Reapers' plan is actually fucking stupid when you realise what they were actually... with the plan with what they were doing after they fired the Old Republic writers.
Well, this game is part of Star Wars Expanded Universe, so...
Leave me alone, Bracco. If Vidu knew
Well,
about this, he...
here's what the writers' original plan was. In the second game, they mentioned like a dark kind of energy, not evil or anything, just like dark matter.
You'll need new friends.
And that they're producing too much of it, and it's causing the suns and all that to do that. And the Reapers, what they tend to do is they invade planets and collect people, basically. And it turns out what they do is they collect the sentient species, and then like make them into fuel for the new Reapers.
Excuse me, Sam. I need to be chivalrous.
Okay. Like what they do is the Reapers have a whole, like they turn up every 50,000 years when all of the species have reached a certain point, and then begin invading.
Yes.
The problem is that no one can fight them off because all of the technology that everyone uses in the universe is Mass Effect technology, which is based off of the Reapers technology that they left behind. They intentionally force the evolution of all the other species to a certain point and then harvest them. They repeat this cycle over and over again. And in the third game, the reason they do it is because it's a way of preserving the species, apparently. That's the excuse they gave in the third one. It was stupid. They even use one of my most hated video game quotes ever when they explain, well, the Reapers are evil, and then the AI computer pretty much says, when fire burns, is it the fire's fault, or is it just doing what it's naturally meant to do? And it's like, no, you are programming the Reapers, and you're making them do these things.
I think I've just encountered a glitch. The one I'm supposed to...
and the ending that everyone got mad at, it's based on a choice. Do you destroy the Reapers completely, but in doing so you ultimately destroy anyone who uses like biotechnic abilities, which is funnily enough quite a few races and robots. Nicole, go to bed.
For me. Thank you, Captain.
Okay, come on, give us a hug then.
I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep the fire going.
If there's any way I can repay you, I will. What Bracco said was true. Rogan the Butcher will kill Vidu if those blasters
Now be a good girl and go to bed.
Vidu can't protect me anymore. He's not half the man you are.
Oh, Jesus.
Find a nice quiet spot to talk about
She's staying home tomorrow.
I can't do that to Vidu right now.
It depends on how she feels in the morning. If she feels sick tomorrow, then I'm going to call ahead and say she's not well enough because I don't want to get in
I won't
worse.
forget your kindness, Captain.
If she's well enough, I'll take her in.
Okay.
Nicole, go to bed.
Go.
Go to bed.
Okay, I've just been.
I'll be right back. I just gotta get the next coal bucket.
All right. Coal bucket.
We left a big mess in my warehouse. Cyrena says it was Bracco's fault, but now I've got a serious morale problem.
What I do and why I do it is nobody's business but mine.
The last thing I need is some loose cannon blowing holes in my employees. I hope you didn't come back from Manor Point empty-handed, Captain.
Of course not. I'm Chris Walker.
You did good, Captain. Corsa found us a terrific...
So yeah, you can either destroy all the technology, control all the technology, or create a symbiotic relationship between the technological and the organic.
Until I get my shit back, my schedule's pretty open.
I have an exciting opportunity for us to all stay alive. I need you to keep Rogan the Butcher off our backs. Cyrena stalled him earlier.
Because if you do that, then the Reaper's programming kind of
I've got an hour
changes
and
and they
14
help.
minutes, Dad.
They kind of make you what?
No, no, Dad, I love you. Sorry, you were saying?
Are you kidding, boss?
I was saying that basically you get 3 endings in Mass Effect at the end. You get either the destroy ending, where you destroy all the technology, technically, so the Reapers all die, but it also means that technology itself will break, but it doesn't mean that, you know, they can't rebuild. The second one is that you become like the hive consciousness of all machines, so you can control the Reapers.
Yeah, I know how symbiotics.
Or the third one is creating a symbiotic relationship where there's the techno and the organic. But unlike the Transformers one, no one really physically changes other than they get like green eyes, and they're technically a blend of organic and, you know, bionic. So the Reaper's the Reaper's programming means that they actually can't kill you. And instead they have to help every other species, so they help all the other species rebuild until they are actually superior to the Reapers, and then the Reapers just go off because they're obsolete. I do think you'd like some of the other races in there, though. I don't know why, but I feel like you'd like the Krogan.
The thing is, Sam, is that I'd play a game like Mass Effect and wondering, why am I not playing a game like this?
It's basically the same thing, only without lightsabers.
I know. Where are the lightsabers?
Captain, the big
It doesn't
boom
need to be.
on the beach. You'll need an edge to make it back alive.
Although someone did actually do a video of what would happen if the Reapers invaded the Star Wars universe, and it was obvious how it was going to go.
She can bullseye a sapper between the eyes 5 times.
The Jedi and the Sith would destroy the Reapers.
Take it.
Like I always say, never look a free blaster in the barrel.
Best of luck, Captain. Don't get killed, alright?
What if I want to get killed?
Well,
Who's this guy to tell me what I'm not allowed to do?
Yeah. Well, the argument for... Well, I often said the Star Wars universe being invaded by the Reapers, it wouldn't work. Because the Reapers' entire thing is based on... They defeat other species based on the other species using their technology. And also through subtle 1,000-year, infiltration. They wouldn't be able to manage that because the Jedi and the Sith would already sense that something was amiss.
Yeah.
Not only that, lightsabers and all of the battle destroyers and everything else are not affected by Mass Effect's technology, which means that, well, the Mass Effect shields that the Reapers have would literally mean nothing. Like, seriously, a 1 battalion of the Empire's starship should be more than enough to take down the Reapers. And indoctrination wouldn't work on any of the Jedi or Sith.
Depends on what Jedi you're talking about here.
Well, the indoctrination thing, literally, it's some kind of weird thing that the Reapers have where if you're close to them, the weak-minded get kind of, well, influenced and kind of become, like, enslaved by the Reapers. I think that because, here's the thing, Shepard...
That probably might work
Commander Shepard and his crew are subjected to the thing, and they are kind of strong-willed in their own right, but they can't use the Force, obviously.
I can think of a
But
few
they aren't
Jedi or Sith
they aren't
that might
affected
work
by it.
on.
So my thought process would be the second that the Reapers did anything to try and influence a Jedi or a Sith, they'd notice. And that's when things would go awry.
There are a few Jedi or Sith that might work on.
But I don't think it would matter. It would matter in the long run.
No, on the one hand, it would only be the really weak ones. There was one Sith...
Exactly, and the Jedi, I'd say the Sith are kind of strong-minded once they're trained up anyway. So I don't see anything like the... I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind doing a Mass Effect run with you at some point, because I've got the game on the PS4.
Feel free, Sam, I'll watch it. You're watching...
I mean, I was going to start one last year, because Liz actually said she wants to play Mass Effect again for a state of normality.
Oh.
Although I still think you'd like the Krogan, because their entire culture is basically what the Klingons should be.
Mass Effect, is it a two-player co-op?
No.
Oh, figured it was. Oh well.
No, it's a one-player RPG thing like the KOTOR series.
Here for my husband. I told Master Vidu.
Though the Krogan are basically like war people.
Would you like a sweet flat cake instead? It's fresh.
I don't need your husband. Just those fancy chemicals he makes. Where does he keep them?
Oh, he took his work with him. My butternut gets bored unless he has a dozen things to occupy him.
Though I do love a conversation with Rex in the first one where they say, any good war stories? There was that time when the Solarians almost wiped out our species. That was kind of fun.
He'll be thrilled to have
I
some
was just
company.
cleaning up all my war
Now, excuse me,
stories.
dearie.
I told her how
These
we
rodeo
had to
peppers all
tickle
cook
the
themselves.
teddy bears into their cuddle bunkers. But then we had to tickle them out with machine hugs and fun throwers. They say the more soldiers you tickle, the easier it gets. Well, sir, it doesn't. Still.
Oh, and also in the second game, I gained the Krogan's respect by headbutting one of them while they were trying to give a talk about their culture.
Sounds like something Captain Picard would do.
Well, the thing is, in the second game, you get a Krogan that's been like the Krogan can't breed the same way that we do anymore. Well, they can. It's just that they're in one of those things where only 1 out of every 1,000 babies survives. Due to a thing called the genophage, which is where they dropped a bomb on them that sterilized them technically to lessen their numbers because the Krogan breed in a ridiculous rate, because all the other races kind of used their species as an army to fight off a bunch of spider aliens. So someone actually makes a red version of it called Grunt that's considered the perfect Krogan, and obviously the people on the planet don't like him because he's not, he's not a natural Krogan. And when they're trying to tell you he's unnatural so he won't be accepted, the Krogan rights are this, that and the other, I just headbutt the guy.
Yeah.
The old Krogan love it. Like, hey, look at that, an alien understands our ways better than you do. And I'm like, this is just the Klingons.
Sounds more like the Nausicans.
Well, the thing is that their culture is entirely based on them fighting. Like, nowadays, when the game starts, their species are literally just mercenaries because it's all they can really do at this point.
The Nausicans aren't entirely different from Klingons. They are a bit stupider and perhaps a bit more violent. They don't have the same...
The Krogans aren't really dumb so much as they're just very good when it comes to war. They're great soldiers, they're extremely durable, and they're pretty much able to use any weapon they want.
Don't stand
It's just, again, because of the whole, their numbers are dwindling because their breeding has gone down. They're a bit more self-destructive. Although you can choose to fix this in the third game, because there's also a race called the Solarians, which are basically like reptile people, but they only live to their 20s, but they're super intelligent.
Some kind of musical.
I'm talking to
In fact, I think you might like Morden, because his entire thing is he's a doctor, he speaks really fast, and he's more than willing to shoot people and kill them if they're just not being cooperative.
Is he the guy who died singing I am a model of another Major General?
He doesn't die saying that, but he does sing that at one point, or he sings his own version of it. Like, he's one of the only Solarians who actually cares that he damaged an entire other species. Although in the third game, because the PS4 version has all the DLC, there's also an ancient thing called a Prothean who's was frozen in time for thousands of years. And his reaction to all the other races is hilarious. Like, the first two games treat the Asari like they're the most intelligent beings in the universe, because they're monogendered creatures that take on the forms of women but can breed with any species they want. They have all the best technology, though when Javik turns up, he has nothing but insults for them because he says he still remembers them when they were counting with their toes.
Yeah, I need to get away from this guy. He's crazy.
Though I do love his reaction when you tell him that the Solarians are a thing. He's like, the frog people evolved. I believe they're more salamander-like, but they used to eat flies.
Do we know for a fact that salamanders didn't?
Yeah, but he's just rude to everybody, and I love him for it. Like, he refers to every single other species that he has to work with as the primitives.
Wouldn't you? If you were...
No, but I love it, because he's been frozen for thousands of years, and everyone treats him like he's some kind of oracle, but he was a soldier in his time. So he has nothing but disrespect for everybody who isn't useful. So he likes the Turians, and he likes the Krogan. He doesn't like any of the more intelligent species, because they're useless to him.
Trying to avoid that guy.
Javik. Personally, I like the Quarians, but that's more of a personal thing, because I actually did take the time to understand their culture and stuff, and actually, like, even though they live in like suits and stuff,
This healing ability.
they're treated like space vermin, though.
This healing.
Yeah, they're not treated very nice.
This healing ability is crap. Yeah, there's a heroic moment around here somewhere where I can take on abnormally powerful opponents. I'm not going to, though, because I know what those opponents are. They're called Savrip. You've actually seen a Savrip, believe it or not, Sam.
I do believe it. I believe I've seen a lot of things I don't remember the names of.
You see, on episode 4, Chewbacca and R2-D2 were playing Dejarik, and then we had the mention of Wookiees ripping people's arms out of their sockets.
Yeah, that sounds like something they do.
A Savrip was the creature which R2-D2 used to kill Chewbacca's creature with.
But remember, let the Wookiee win.
Yes.
Hey, what's this then? Another wower looking to make a little scratch on the side, I'll bet. What'll it be then? Running or betting?
This is a blasted minefield.
Whoa, we got ourselves a smart one. Everyone look out. Captain Intellect here is gonna wow and amaze you.
Ignore this moron. He thinks he's clever. Lucky for him he's so handsome or he'd be no use at all.
He's not
We've got a little
handsome.
obstacle course here. You can run the course or you can...
Now, he's not the Messiah, he's a naughty boy.
Run, but you're welcome to play too.
What do I get if I win?
Credits! Fabulous credits!
Look, these poor sods have nothing, and we don't have enough supplies for even half of them. So we let them gamble. The credits help pay for more supplies, and when one of the refugees gets lucky, they get enough gear to really help them out.
I don't imagine you get a lot of people running this course twice.
Not everyone who loses dies.
Yeah, some of them are just really, really injured. We even have some veterans who keep coming back for more.
Anyway, you want to bet or run the course, just see Ensign Peters. He'll get you set up.
Sounds like fun to me.
As a soldier, I would have reported this, but I'm not a soldier. I'm a smuggler who likes making money, so that's how I'm going to act.
Just a sec, we got a run going on right now.
Dead.
Alright, you know
Notice the
score.
multiple
There's a couple of
splatters.
dozen empty
Presumably
mortar
that
shells
guy
out in
is
the
no longer
minefield.
in one piece.
Pick up enough and get back here sort of alive, you win a prize. Alternatively, if you're not one for braving the minefield, you can place a bet on a runner and see if you get lucky. Triple your money on a win.
What do we think, Sam? Run the course or place a bet?
Run the course.
I'd like to try running for a prize.
A brave soul. Alright, everybody, now taking bets on the new runner. You have a limited time to collect the shells and get back here with them. Have fun.
It's probably safer to do that. Damn! Okay. Now I'm not in one piece.
Shame, it's a good show.
Note to self, don't use the same one. The first one you find. I have to do this 3 times without dying. Okay, that's one lucky one. What do we think, Sam?
Sorry, I was just checking the fire.
Of course. That's 2.
It's quite frosty up here, and we've actually had snowstorms up here lately.
Oh, that must have looked good.
Also, Nicole's sick, so I want to make sure she's warm.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, she's got a wee bit of a bellyache.
Oh.
I think she's fine. She just might have eaten a bit too fast, or eaten something that didn't agree with her.
I can relate to that. My mom would give me polo mints.
That was amazing. Hold on. Let me get you something from the supply boxes.
Oh, well, I think I ate something that doesn't agree with me. Most things don't agree with you, dear.
There you go. Enjoy your prize.
And now the cats have decided to come down and lie again in front of the fire, because of course they have.
Wouldn't you? Okay, so I've just run a minefield and come out of it alive. That's pretty cool. Sam, you can do a Mass Effect stream, I'll watch it. You're sampling my world, no reason why I can't sample yours.
Well, that's fair enough. I might actually do a stream at some point. The first questions I'll have to ask you, would you like me to go Renegade or Paragon?
Normally,
basically, do you want me to be a good guy or a bad guy, or a bad guy?
Normally, I would say it's up to you personally. After what you've told me, Renegade's probably not a good idea in the long term.
Not in the long term.
I mean, in KOTOR...
It can be fun. It can be fun sometimes because you can actually fuck up the second game to such a degree that you actually can't finish it properly.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, if you do finish the game, everyone on your team will die.
I mean, KOTOR's a bit different, you see. With KOTOR, it doesn't necessarily matter how good or bad you are throughout the game, because in the end, the final decision is going to determine whether or not you choose the dark side or go back to the Jedi.
In Mass Effect, ultimately, in the second game, you can make decisions. Like, if you don't do enough of the side quests or spend time with the teammates during the suicide mission, everybody in your team will die. And it will mean that you don't have a save file to put into Mass Effect 3.
Easy does it. I've got a storage unit here to stabilize the canister so it doesn't blow. There we go.
This may be
and as bad as Mass Effect 3 is,
I'll bet you get a lot of drinks at the cantina telling this.
There's only one really good part of it that I enjoyed in terms of the story, and that's that you can resolve 2 major conflicts that have been there since the beginning. You can cure the genophage and actually cure the Krogan, and you can also make peace between the Quarians and the Geth.
Good news and great news, Captain. We cracked the
I mean, morally, that one depends on how you'd feel knowing their history. Like, the Quarians invented basically a machine race, and then that machine race gained intelligence enough to think, and the Quarians' first response was to start trying to kill them.
Before you fry him, make sure he knows I sent you.
Because how dare the machines think?
Indeed. You get that in this game as well. It's a mission called Directive 7.
Well, the thing is that the Geth do eventually fight back.
Skavik's delivering the blasters to a
Because they're basically a consensus race, like they all share the same minds. The more Geth in an area, the smarter they are.
and fly back here.
But in the third game, you actually access their memories, and you learn that the Geths were just trying to defend themselves, and even were willing to defend the Quarians that had created them, that were willing to protect them. Eventually, they felt for their own self-destruction, their self-preservation. Logically, they had to chase off the creators.
It'll be nice to have some backup out there.
Because again, the creators were just trying to kill them for nothing, because all they did was ask, does this unit have a soul? If you do missions a certain way, you can actually make it. You can either A, kill off the Geth so the Quarians can have their homeworld back. B, let the Geth have the homeworld and it'll wipe out the Quarian race. Or you can make peace between the two and actually like make it so the two races can actually help each other get stronger.
Please come back alive, Captain.
I always choose the third option because it does create a better future for them, you know, if they survive the Reaper invasion. Because it means they won't need their quarantine suits anymore and can actually walk around without getting sick. Oh, and unfortunately, I will not be doing Mass Effect Andromeda, ever, by the way.
No, I understand that one wasn't particularly very popular.
They threw a Star Wars joke in there, and it wasn't funny.
Oh.
You break into a ship, and after you've killed all the guards, the thing goes off, and you know the radio's like, "Is everything okay down there?" And one of your teammates literally says, "Everything's okay. It's just a weapons malfunction. Everything's fine. How are you?" And when they ask for things, you shoot the thing and go, "Was tired of that conversation anyway."
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm off to kill the backstabber who stole my ship. I'm sure these two people who I've come to care something of will be safe while I'm gone.
Oh, Jack, you just withdrew from the bank of foreshadowing.
Have I?
Yeah.
Is that good?
No.
Why not?
It's like the opposite of good. You're foreshadowing, which means you're letting me know that things are going to go awry.
Yeah, but I haven't expressed how they're going to go awry.
Not how, but you've expressed that something is going to go wrong. And Vetra, get away from that fire, you'll melt your brain.
If it weren't for Fort Garnick, we'd all be speaking separatist right now.
For some reason, you've just reminded me of that one React video I watched to Goku vs Superman's rematch from Death Battle. I liked the guy because Superman incinerates Goku's brain, and the guy says, Goku can fight without a brain. It's funny because it's true. I know.
I could destroy it. Well, you know what could defeat Superman? Hakai.
Who's Hakai?
It's literally that thing that Beerus does, where he just wills something to die, to just be destroyed.
If Superman can survive the Omega effect, he can probably survive that.
He's not going to survive literally everything, including his existence being destroyed, because Beerus has shown that his thing isn't a matter of power. He literally just holds his hand out, says Hakai, and the thing just stops existing. He's done it to ghosts. He did it to ghosts that were annoying him. I think it's more than possible he can literally just go up to Superman, say Hakai, and that be the end of it.
Yeah, that's kind of the Omega effect. Darkseid uses it just by looking at people. He used it on Lobo, and I think, if memory serves, it stopped him dead.
Yeah, but Superman is also written in a ridiculous manner.
Yes, he's kind of meant to be that way, as he's...
Yeah, he's written inconsistently to the point where even Death Battle broke their own rules regarding him.
Well...
They said they were not going to use any pre-crisis Superman feats, which they did. Well, and they just got a load of different Supermans with many different strengths and just threw them all into one character.
Well... Whether you agree with Death
Battle's...
I
know with Superman it's difficult because he's written in such a way. But again, they literally had to get 8 or 9 different Supermans and just throw them together to make something to fight Goku. Now, granted, I know Goku has literally got like one story if you don't count Dragon Ball Heroes and GT and stuff, which, you know, why bother with GT at this point?
Well, chances are, all those different Superman are capable of the same accomplishments.
Well, you say that, but even the accomplishments they gave were made up. Superman did not lift the Spectre. He didn't lift a book that weighed infinity.
That was the rematch, though. What about the first one?
I'm trying to remember the first one, because even in the first one they were combining pre-crisis Superman stuff.
I mean, he did move the Earth. He's also faster than thought, and this was Injustice Superman who did that. Injustice Superman who fought the Superman from Earth 1, which we are talking about, and lost, which seems to indicate that their feats are matched.
Yes, but there's also the theory that in Dragon Ball, we're seeing everything in slow motion. Every single thing, which is how they explain the Frieza 5 minutes thing.
Well, that would make a lot of sense given the...
Well, think about it. He says 5 minutes. How many minutes? If you really count their conversation and their thought processes and everything, that's like a load of 20-minute episodes.
Yeah, thing is, though, Dragon Ball, in terms of consistent, has never really been good when it comes to consistency.
I will grant that based on the fact that Akira Toriyama just tends to make stuff up as he goes along.
I mean,
I will, however, say the latest versions of Goku and Vegeta are probably stronger than Superman at this point.
I mean, it's just that...
Like Ultra Instincts Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta, probably. And Broly, he punched reality. He broke fucking reality itself.
I think Superman may have done something very similar to that in the before the Death Metal comics.
But I should point out that that currently, as far as the new movie is concerned, Broly has been spending his time training with both Goku and Beerus.
Hey, look at this, Sam. I'm invisible.
Ha!
Look, they can't see me.
Just don't do what that guy in The Boys did, and start using your invisibility to start flashing women.
I don't think you could see me doing that either.
Oh yeah, I did finish The Boys, by the way.
Yeah, is it good?
That was a weird way. That wasn't. They seem to be going with the whole you can't hurt Homelander physically, but the only way to really defeat him is to defeat him emotionally. Because the way they defeat him at the end of season 2 is literally to say that they'll put the video up online of him murdering everybody, murdering those people on the plane from season 1, and he says, if you do that, I'll kill everyone on the planet. And then they go, yeah, go ahead. Kill everybody on the planet, because then everyone will know what a monster you are, and there'll be no one left on the planet to love you.
You're fit for duty. Return to your post.
And that's apparently enough to make Homelander give up. Well, Homelander is a more interesting Superman than Superman. Go figure.
I beg to differ.
Superman just isn't interesting, I'm sorry.
You're allowed to think that. My dad feels the same way.
I just think that the most interesting thing they've done with Superman in 30 years was Injustice.
People are justified in having their negative opinions of Superman. It's just the fact that he's just so overpowered that there's really nothing to say that's interesting about him. I think the difference between him and Homelander...
He's basically... He was literally written as a Mary Sue to begin with.
Post-child.
And that's the problem. That's the problem with his character, and that's why he's boring. That's why every time something of his fails, they get Batman, because even though Batman is the same tropes and stuff, there's still something. I mean, he's at worst, Batman's rogues gallery is more interesting than him.
I'm not going to argue with you at this. What I am going to say is, objectively speaking, what they wanted Superman to be, for the very purpose they created him for, Superman does succeed.
Yeah, unfortunately it was created at a time when nuance and subtlety were not a thing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as writing has evolved, Superman hasn't.
Probably because he started off as amazing, so he has to continue to be amazing.
Yeah.
Still though, I would rather deal with Superman and his character flaws rather than what comic books are nowadays.
Oh, comic books now are cancer.
Yes.
I mean, I can handle the Transformers comics these days. I mean, hell, I was going through that Megatron book. They even had the last speech that Megatron has with Ravage before Ravage died in the comics, and the DJD killed him.
I mean, you have to admit, as bad as classic Superman was in your eyes back then, it's certainly got to be better than what we have now.
Let's see, character who literally exists. Superman's away, so his brainwashed son has to be gay for the sake of I don't know.
Yeah, the technical word is bi, but
but you know, right.
Yes,
in The Boys, they actually have something similar to this happening. It's almost like they fucking predicted it.
I know, it's redundant.
At one point, Homelander decides to be an asshole to Queen Maeve, who is basically Wonder Woman. And Queen Maeve makes it very clear she's horrible to everyone, and the reason she's horrible to everyone who's supposed to be close to her is she does not want Homelander to know she cares. Because the last time anyone even flirted with her, Homelander basically killed them. And she's got a female friend who she's really close to, and she's terrified that if Homelander knows that they're close, Homelander will just kill her out of jealousy. Instead, Homelander goes on to pretty much say that, Queen Maeve is gay on television without her permission. So they go over the top with the whole thing, and they even try and say, actually she's bi, and go, oh, that doesn't matter. Gay sells better.
Hey Sam, watch this. I have 2 knife abilities now. And I've also got a bodyguard.
Ha-ha!
I also have a
What's the matter? Scared?
I have a bodyguard here. Our good friend Corso Riggs has decided to accompany me.
Noticeably.
I'm gonna kill you, you no good 56er! That guy tried to use a tow cable on me. My response was to move in close so that he wouldn't be able to use it.
Mwah. Foolish.
Stealth field generator abilities are fun, don't you agree?
Yes.
Best thing is they don't attack me because of my friend. These guys are using a lot of movement impairment effects.
That's annoying.
It's a good job they can't see me coming.
Oh, I could throw in a Persona song there.
Please don't.
You'll never see it coming.
I have no idea how I can get a jukebox in this game. Not entirely sure if I want one.
That's fair. And I was teasing Mike like yesterday because there's an anime with a character that looks exactly like Mike. So its next season was just put up on Netflix. So we're teasing Mike about it.
Netflix may be cracking down on people who use shared accounts like me.
Oh, that's a shame.
Ollie thinks it's nothing to worry about because apparently this isn't the first time they've done that.
They tend to do that. Yeah. Well, he also maybe needs to cancel Funimation now because they're doing the merger soon.
Yeah.
So everything will be on Crunchyroll.
You worthless criminal vermin. How dare you invade my fortress and murder my courageous brothers in arms?
Not everyone
Courageous.
gets a happy ending.
Our fallen will be remembered as heroes. You won't be remembered at all. You are guilty of crimes against the oppressed people of Ord Mantell. The sentence is death.
What, no trial?
Memorize our faces well, you criminal filth.
Trial.
For we are your righteous executioners. Do you have any last words, degenerate swine?
There's no reason we can't cut a deal here.
I don't negotiate with corrupt dogs. I exterminate them. Let justice be served.
I'm gonna shut this guy up now and enjoy doing it.
To him on motorcycle.
Now, where were we?
I surrender. I surrender. Please. I don't want to die. I know why you're here, and you're wasting your time.
How do you figure that?
We were tipped off. We knew all about you before you even walked in here. Derek was stupid to fight you. He got everyone killed when he should have just told you the truth. Skavek showed up a few hours ago to deliver the guns, but it was all a trick. He pretended to be on our side so he could steal some rusty antique droid from Derek.
Serves you right for trusting Skavek.
Derek was furious. He thought Skavek was committed to our cause.
Looks like Skavek conned
The
them
droid
as well.
was ancient. It's practically useless. But Skavek grabbed it like some big treasure and blasted his way out. He left in your ship. I don't know where he went, but I can guess who does. Skavek has a girl at Fort Garnick named Cyrena.
Oh boy.
You're telling me Serena's with Skavek? They go way back from what I've heard. They've been scamming Vidu all along. It was Cyrena who warned us you were coming.
Of course it
You want to
was.
find out where Skavek went? Cyrena's the one who knows. Please, let me go. I have a family back on the mainland. Please.
Separatist scum killed my family, and I promised myself I'd bury every last one of you.
Remember, during the PS1 version of Spider-Man, don't write any swear words in the passwords to the screen. Spider-Man doesn't like it.
Then I order you to die.
What do we think? What do we think, Sam? Should we let this guy live or let him die?
Let him die.
Yeah, good
You heard
choice.
the man, soldier.
Please. I don't want to die like this.
If God had wanted him to live, he wouldn't have created you.
Here, let's go see what Cyrena has to say for herself.
Sorry, I know that was kind of an asshole-ish thing to say.
I know. I will allow it. This is my Discord channel. I'm not Seb.
Ah, wonderful. If God had wanted you to live, he would not have created me.
Jeez, when am I going to get to use this?
Well, last I checked as well, Ollie's catching up with JoJo.
I still need to catch up with One Piece. I've kind of fallen behind.
I've fallen behind as well. I haven't really got past the first 100 episodes or so.
Fallen behind as in I just can't be bothered to watch it at this stage.
I understand.
Pardon you.
Pardon me, indeed. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
Sorry, I had a chicken pie for dinner.
I'm having that tomorrow.
Well, I had like half the pie.
I may have the whole
I know,
pie.
I'm an animal.
I may have the whole pie.
Damn.
Who's the animal now?
Well, apparently you.
The good news is this may be a small one. Microwavable,
Okay.
perhaps. I'm trying something different. The my pizzas are the pizzas which I would normally have. They're kind of giving me some, shall we say, repercussions.
Stand by for examination and suggested products.
It's not exactly. It's not my fault per se. Tesco stopped selling the medium ones, which I liked, and I've been forced to make do with large for a long time now. And the problem is that I just can't set any aside because I just don't like waste.
I mean, that's fair.
I'll be alright as long as I can find some alternatives. Also, I'm having Actimel in the morning. That's pretty good.
Good, good.
Okay, I need to go do some harm to someone who I was chivalrous with earlier. Sound like fun?
Yeah, sounds like a blast.
Sure.
Hey, this Blaster blasting at you. How you doing, Brian?
Chuapenki.
Oh, finally!
Omitopi.
I can
Now
use
he
this now.
moves.
Here, watch this. I have a jetpack. Sky Police. Chief Clancy Wiggins is the Sky Police. Uploading future Sky Police. Fly Police. Squash perps on their head. They won't know why they're dead. Well, speaking of doesn't know why they're dead.
I can't believe you fried Vidu, sweetheart. So what if he caught you talking to Separatists?
He threatened to turn me into Rogan the Butcher. I had to kill him. Besides, now we can finally be together.
What?
Yeah. And the thing is, my cargo hold is full and I'm busy with work. I'll call you sometime though. I promise.
What are you talking about?
Like you know would saw this
You
coming.
promised to get me out of here. I've done everything for you, Skavik.
You should have
You
thought
did
about
it
this
for the
sooner.
money. Same as me. The only difference is, you're not actually getting paid. I'll see you around, darling.
Satisfying, isn't it?
I didn't see you come in. It's wonderful you're still alive. How long have you been back?
Your friends in the secret base ratted you out.
I should have known those half-wits wouldn't kill you. No use pretending then. Skavik used me just like he did everyone else. That man could charm the armor off a Mandalorian.
Excuses.
Rogan the Butcher's bounty hunters are on their way right now. We don't want to be here when they arrive. Skavik
No,
took your
I
ship and
don't.
the guns to Coruscant. If you go now, he won't know you're coming for him.
What kind of scam is Skavik pulling on Coruscant?
He wouldn't tell me. It's something big, though. The Separatists are retreating from this island, thanks to you. And the Republic just reopened the shuttle port. I'll give you a shuttle pass to Coruscant if you let me disappear. Do we have a deal?
No, I
I'll
think
take
not.
that shuttle pass off your corpse.
I don't like traitors.
That was cold-blooded, Captain. Where I come from, real men don't shoot ladies.
I didn't want her warning Skavik about us.
I see the percentage in that. But killing her was a poor way to keep her quiet.
It was the only way
Oh,
to keep
Vito.
her quiet.
I wish you could hear what we did. Would have put a smile on his face. It's not healthy for us to stick around, Captain. I believe what Cyrena said about bounty hunters coming. We don't know how long Skavik will stay on Coruscant either. Let's hop a shuttle and catch him while we can.
I'm not one for causes, but I'm on board for that one.
Vito left me some stuff. I expect he'd want me to share it with you. Let's head for the shuttle port. We'll be off this planet before you know it.
You know, the way he says cold-blooded, he says it like it's a bad thing. Did my eyes just change colour? Show dark side corruption. Let's not. We're not force sensitive. Okay, our time on Ord Mantell seems to be coming to an end, it seems. Why What am I doing? Why am I walking? I have a jetpack.
Down Flanders. I'm going to SeaWorld.
Sky police, in my jetpack I'm flying high above the law. I'm just like Superman, powered by great big fans. I'll kill you all, I'm Sky Police.
Careful, I almost hit regular ground.
Oh dear, these two don't look like...
I sentence you to kiss my ass.
These two look friendly, what do you think?
My gut says kill 'em all.
I'm sick of being cooped up on Starship, Zoru. I want to run around and shoot things for a while.
Well, you've come to the right place. Correction, you've come to the wrong place.
You must be Rogan's bounty hunters.
Yeah, this is why crime lords are bad news. They hire bounty hunters, suddenly spaceports become less than safe.
Shut up and die, you freaks.
But I'm glad you didn't.
Crisp Walker does not surrender.
Better?
This guy's pretty tough though.
Well...
Still though, I can backstab him. Okay, the shuttle I was supposed to take has just left without me, so I'm heading to another one. Thanks guys for the assist with those bounty hunters back there. You guys are really doing your job. You guys too. I like how you just stand there while there was a firefight.
Idiots.
And you guys here. Shame you couldn't be around when those bounty hunters attacked me. And so ends this first adventure of the outlaw Crisp Walker. What adventures will the galaxy have for him next? Only time will tell, and as we're nearing the 2-hour mark, I'd say now probably makes a good time to call it a stream.
Agreed.
Indeed. I'm going to make that a thing. You say agreed and I say indeed. I think Corso is a survivalist, so that's the outfit I'll give him. Okay. Well, that's that then, I suppose. Stay safe.
That's the end of that chapter.
Stay safe, everybody. We'll see what happens next time. If there is a next time. There most likely will be a next time. Bye.
Indeed.
Agreed.